The back one there, I'm holding it.
All right. Ready?
Yep. Let me know when you're out of the way, I'll throw it over. All right. Here we go. Two out of three. So I brought this in case I wanted to do like a little temporary drain through the dam while we were working. Just let it go, it's heavy. You reach it. Ta-da! That will handle a lot of flow. A lot of flow. Alrighty, let's go get a game plan on what we're gonna do. Alright, so I think we came up with a game plan. Beavers are back. Got me a little 18-inch tall dam right there, so they're helping bring some of the sticks out. What I think I'm gonna do today and tomorrow is work on getting this kind of filled in. Dump truck's coming. Get all these logs out of here. I'll dam that back up once this drains out, and probably undercut all this mess out, put a new core trench in, and we'll start hauling some clay down here and putting that in here, getting that compacted back. I'd like to get this filled in across here, maybe about 2 feet higher than that, and put a little temporary pipe in there to drain out. That'll give me a nice road to get across here. And I think we're going to cut out this side of the dam right here. It's pretty sandy, and use that on the front and back slopes, and haul some of it up there to where we're taking the clay from to spread back over, and just give me some room to put some good clay in here. I just would feel a lot better about that. That side's got a lot of clay in it, but this side over here is just pretty sandy. So you see what happens in just one rain, it starts washing pretty good. So sand holds water down here, but I prefer clay, so that's what we're gonna do. You agree?
I agree.
I agree. Let's do this once and not do it again.
Yeah. Rather not revisit this.
Rather not visit this. Let's do it right the first time. Be done with it. So we got a lot of dirt to move from over there. So dump truck shows up, we'll get started. Let's get this party started. I'm gonna take the 220 and put my digging bucket back on. Take the grading bucket off. I'm gonna go down there in that corner and move some of that brush. We may end up putting a lot of that sandier material in that corner up there instead of hauling it all over the world here. It'd be a lot easier just to transfer it over there. So I'm gonna go up there and move that brush out of the way, and yeah, get started on some other stuff. All right, coming down here, I'm gonna grab this little beaver dam they put in over the weekend and let that drain down. So the job site got really lucky too. During all the rain from the storm, probably only got 2 or 3 inches down here at the most, so got really lucky here. Unfortunately, the mountains, they did not fare well. So a lot of relief efforts going up there. Reached out last night to try to do some stuff, but it seems like they're overwhelmed with help right now, and there's really no sense of direction other than the people that are there just kind of doing what they feel like they need to do. So as of right now, I don't have any intentions of going up there. Everybody I've talked to says there's really nothing to help with. They have more equipment than people right now, so sounds like all the big companies are really stepping up and helping out, so that's good for that. I got to focus on getting this stuff taken care of, so that's what I'm going to work on this week. See what I can do to get this pond coming together here. I saw on the extended forecast it looks like we might have chance of another storm coming this weekend and the first of next week, so I know what I can get done, but what I don't want to do is is get this dam half built, and then we get another hurricane or storm come through, and then I would have a sure enough problem. So I'm just going to kind of piddle on this right here. I can always dig a ditch back through the dam there to let it drain while working on all this stuff right here. So I'm going to take the excavator and this pile of brush over here. There's a chance of rain for today later on, so I'm going to get this brush out, and then may come over here with the 350, cut some of this dirt back, put it on the back slope, and then maybe haul or transfer some over here. Just have to see what works out best. First, I'm going to go out here in the pond and dig a hole and see if there's any clay. Well, I'm down about 6 or 7 feet, and it's still all sand. Oh, there's clay. I hit clay right then. But the hole caves off just about as fast as I can dig it. But the thing is, this sand is like hard as a brick. Oh, there's gumbo. Alright, gumbo clay is down about 7 feet. When I mean gumbo, I mean gumbo. Problem is, this stuff's so wet. You can build a dam out of it, you ain't gonna be able to get anything on top of it. So, all right, well, that doesn't look good for finding any good material over here. So, scratch that one off the list. I feel like once you get down like 3 feet, that sand has enough clay in it to hold water. You can just see how wet it is. But we'll save that for our last resort. Back in, go ahead and start moving some brush. Looky there, got us a new toy for this project. Right there. There we have it. We got a lot of dirt to move with it. Well, the truck has arrived for this job. Big shout out to Ascendum and Volvo for getting me this truck last minute. I decided this truck was going to be a better route, a little bit bigger and a newer truck. I'm working on a big job out of town, and I love Barney, but last thing I want to do is have my truck break down and have a problem. I got a lot of faith in old Barney, but figured a newer modern truck would be good for this big job right here to get in here and get it knocked out. So let's get this thing unloaded. This thing's a beauty. It rides really good. The suspension on this truck is amazing. Just driving around there, I was like, a lot better than Barney. Oh boy. If I had a bunch of big jobs like this, I'd consider one. All right, so the plan is now, kind of didn't know what to do, not knowing exactly when the truck was going to show up, but now that the wagon is here, I'm good to go. I'm gonna get the, oh joy, my dozer key is in my truck, which is way over there on the other side of the pond. I need to move the dozer out of the way. I'm going to finish stripping the topsoil off this area right here, and then go down there with the 350, cut a section of the dam out for kind of like a core trench, and then go ahead and load some dirt into the truck, take it down there, dump it out, stockpile it. That way I can take the excavator down the breach right there, undercut an area out, go ahead and start pushing dirt down in there and packing that in. All right, there's a little more topsoil there than I thought. Time to break out the big guns. Gonna use the 350. Pull all that back. Honestly, it's probably as wet as it is. Just faster to use the excavator than the dozer. So I'm gonna rake all this back, pile it up over here, and get in there and cut that core trench into the pond dam. Let's get a video here. I've just been on the phone left and right. There's a lot of people calling and asking about storm cleanup stuff and who to coordinate and all that. And honestly, it's still mass confusion. I got friends going up there, and there's no plan yet because there's no roads to be able to access stuff up there in the mountains. It is 100% a war zone. I've had people calling me all day wanting to come help out. I don't know what to tell them. It's kind of, the people that are up there are just kind of taking matters into their own hands right now and doing whatever they got to do to fix their stuff and get out. So I mean, there's no plan of attack right now. So we'll keep on working on down here unless something changes. But I would like to help out, but right now it's got to be sensible about it, not waste a lot of people's time or mine. But mark my words, what's going to happen is I get to a spot in this pond right here working, somebody's going to call with a plan, and then I'm not going to be able to go. So it is what it is. I can't just pull off of a job half finished, because that doesn't work too well. Let me rephrase that. I'm not going to pull off of a job half finished. So we'll see. But right now, everybody's figuring stuff out. I'm moving this topsoil back. There's actually a bit more topsoil here than I thought. So I got 350 up here. I'm going to cut that back, lay it over here into a pile, and then I can start digging my clay right there. Of it, but I'm not going to get every speck of it because I need every scoop of dirt I can get off this hillside. Might end up using some of this for the back slope. This move down, go down there to the pond dam. What I'm going to do is kind of build a ramp down there a little bit, cut that material out and lay it to the side. And what that'll do, that'll allow me to stockpile dirt and the pond dam not be too terribly much higher. And then I'll just see what time's looking like. If I want to try to cut out some of that stuff and get it pushed in there and filled in this evening, or just stockpile dirt and wait till in the morning, because it's already, what time is it, 2 o'clock? It's already after 2 o'clock, so we'll just have to see. I don't want to start digging that at 4:30, 5 o'clock and not be able to get it filled back in before dark. dump hole right there. So, all right, well, let me finish pulling this dirt up here out of the way, and we'll go down there and work on the pond dam. But it looks like my little coffer dam is holding decent. Got a few inches of water dammed up. So I'm gonna take the 350 here and cut me a groove back into the existing pond dam, lay a little bit of dirt on the front, back slope back here, and what that's gonna do is give me a channel to get down a little bit lower, dump some dirt in here. I can come through here with the excavator and be able to drive down there, across, dig out that crappier material, and then push that dirt down here and kind of get that packed in and stockpile enough dirt where tomorrow I can go in there and move all those logs, dig all that out, and get all that clay kind of put down in there and build a good core of this dam kind of through this swampy bottom right here. All right, let's dig my ditch here. This part of the dam, it's still sandy, but it's got a little more clay in it. It's gonna have to be what it's gonna be. There's not enough clay on this property to rebuild this whole entire dam. I think lining the front face like I did with clay make a pretty good difference. Just kind of dumping this back here in a layer, and I'd run the dozer down through there, spread that out. Just trying to build a ramp right here for now. Here just to kind of add a little slope to that, because if you start backing the truck down here, it's going to get a little narrow. Or you're probably going to take the dozer and just kind of cut the top of the dam off a little bit and push it over to the side. I just want a little bit more width. Right here's not bad, but that first 100 feet or so is kind of narrow. Stays dry, there's pure dust down here. Those tree roots out like that right there. That's where that big pine tree was. Get that mess out. Get some good new dirt in there. That's some hard dirt though. Once you get down to right there. That'll work on dump me a good 6 or 8 loads up here, and then probably come down here at the 220 and dig that out. Leave it on the other side, just just kind of dig out as I go and load dirt with the big machine here. That way I can be a little more nimble down there in that bottom, not get this big thing mired up. Plus I'm going to have to kind of work off those logs a little bit and kind of pick those up and move those around as needed. Just going to throw a little bit of dirt right there. That will kind of help stabilize that slope a little bit. It's dang near vertical. I'm excited to haul dirt with the big truck there. We'll see how much more dirt it hauls. So my truck is a 25-ton truck, Barney, but it has the cheater sides on it. It's got like 10 or 12-inch bed extensions welded on it. Got that? It was like that when I bought it. So I'm curious how much more that truck being a 30-ton. Technically it should hold 5 more tons of dirt. It does have the tailgate, so I'm hoping it holds another scoop. So I can fill Barney up in about 3.5 to 4 scoops. So I'm hoping it takes 5 scoops in that truck. I'm hoping, because that'll be, you know, another 4 yards of dirt every load. That's going to add up at the end of the day. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. So let me get up here and park this, and we'll jump on the dozer, widen this out a little bit. We'll load some dirt, start hauling it down here and dumping it. All right, time to rock and roll. Got the end of the dam cut out, widen with the dozer, 220 down there on the other side stage, topsoil stripped, 350, A30G. Let's load some dirt. Let's see how many scoops it takes to fill the truck up. And here we go, first scoop in the dump truck. Full scoop, we'll say 3. If that third scoop was full, it would have filled it up. I think 5 heaping scoops will fill the truck up. That's a pretty good amount right there. Okay, so we're going to average at least a scoop more per truckload, so that's going to add up between the tailgate and a bigger truck. Let's go dump that and come back and get some more. Once I get started in this cut, it'll be a little bit easier to load. Load number 1. Let's go haul it. This truck has got almost 4,000 hours on it. It looks pretty good for that many hours. All right, let's go for it. Here we go. Let's see, I do have a nice backup camera. We're sliding a little bit. I gotta get used to the mirrors on this truck. They're a little bit different than Barney. I need to do some adjustments. This thing got power mirrors? No, it does not. I'll have to push the mirrors down a little bit. So I can see, because I don't need to go off the front and or back of this pond dam. Once I get some ruts in the ground, it won't be so bad. I'll be able to follow those. Why are we sliding forward? I don't like that. Already going off the front face. Back up and try again. I might have to adjust the mirror so I can see a little better. It's going to be too aggravating. I'm going to cut another foot or so off the top of this dam and make it wider, because as many truckloads as I've got to haul, I need to be able to rock and roll. Alright, we're gonna back up to right. Use my camera, that's gonna help out a lot. We'll back up to right there, neutral, and dump. Yeah, you can see I got off a little bit right there. I was definitely backing down the front face there. All right, drive. And bed down. This one does lock forward so you can keep driving. I'm just gonna haul a few loads, stockpile them, and I'm gonna take the dozer and make the dam a little bit wider, cut that down a little bit. It's just gonna be a little easier and safer hauling dirt. All right, first load. Always trial and error. Gotta get everything figured out. I'm gonna adjust these mirrors a little bit where I can see a little bit better and keep hauling dirt. All right, load number one was definitely a little bit of a learning experience, getting familiar with the truck. Now I've got some tire prints to follow. Should be a little bit easier next time. Got the mirrors adjusted where I need them. Cut some clay. Haul it over there. Farther back into the hillside, it'll be a little easier to dig. Right now it's only about a 2-foot cut. Well, making progress. Got the first little cut made. I'll probably get another couple loads out right there and move over. But I've got my little slot that I cut in full, so I'm gonna go down there with the excavator and dig out some. Brian's out there with his little track Argo running over all those dead trees. He doesn't want anything sticking up out of the water, so it's either gonna work or he's gonna get that thing stuck out there and have a problem. So I'm gonna go down here and dig out a little bit. Probably need to, well, I was gonna bring the dozer down here, but actually I need to go ahead and cut my road over here so I can get the compactor in here, so I'm not messing with that. Because once I start pushing dirt in there, I have a feeling it's gonna start filling up with groundwater, so I'm gonna have to push dirt pack really quickly. That's some good chunky clay right here. So stockpiled in here just like I want. I'm gonna grab these logs, make me a little cofferdam right here, and dig some of this out so I can start putting some clay in here and packing it in place. Well, let's see what happens. My logs. So what I want to do is dig this out and get a good clay kind of core dug in here. And then I can just trim it back down to the level here and let the water drain back out in case we have some rain coming. They still haven't 100% decided what the next storm in the Gulf is going to do. So I don't want to open up a can of worms here and have the dam halfway built and then we get another hurricane and it wash it out into the neighbor's pond. So that's why I'm going to kind of do it this way and kind of build a base here. And then when I get a good streak of weather, I can just scrape a little bit of mud off and continue on. But as you can see, there's some stumps in here and I've got to get that dug out. Fill that in some. Just kind of push that dirt out. Should hold it. So I've talked to several people that have worked down here and they said you're never going to get the clay or something solid. So you just dig it out best you can. Go ahead and put a core in and roll with it. But I'm at least going to try to get that stump out. That is some black mud. I don't even know if I'm going to have time to put the dang compactor in here. I need to. Look at that. There's a humongous stump. I want that water to stop pouring in. Why is that still flowing in? Shouldn't that have stopped by now? Alright, I'm going to keep digging some of this out. and get it ready to start pulling dirt in there. All right, I got that section dug out. I got water pouring in from everywhere, so I'm gonna jump up there real quick, take the dozer, push some dirt down in here, probably push 3 or 4 feet in there, and just kind of take the excavator and pack it in the best I can. I got to get that hole filled up. If not, it's gonna be a giant pool here soon. Well, that was a mad rush, as you saw. I was actually able to get the compactor in there a lot sooner than I thought. So I got about 4 feet of dirt in there, and this will be the 3rd lift right here. So I feel a lot better about that. I didn't realize I was going to be able to seal it off that quick on this edge to keep the water out. I'm going to bring the compactor down here, roll this in again, and finish pushing the rest of that dirt down here. I want to get this back up here to grade. That way it should stay dry tonight if I have more time, and that rain cloud doesn't get here. I'll probably stockpile some dirt for tomorrow, come down here and cut this section out right here and continue on. That's some good clay right here. I'm cutting off that hill. Stuff is like Play-Doh. Yeah, definitely no water going through that. So I got this dug out to right here. What I'm going to do is move all these logs out of the way, kind of clean this up a little bit right here. I'm gonna leave that dammed up so nothing flows in here tonight. If it does, I'll just dip it out in the morning. May put just a little bit more dirt right there so that that doesn't pond up right there. And go ahead and stockpile some more dirt right here. I'll start first thing in the morning. I'll go ahead and dig a trench back up through here, kind of getting this cut out, new core put in here, and that way my dirt will be right there, and all I have to do is start pushing it in, packing it in place. Last load for today. Started making another cut here. Clean up this little spot right here before starting another. I got a few more cuts I can make, and I'll have to lay more topsoil back. Just trying to mix all this dirt together. It's a few layers of a little bit of everything, but it's a pretty sticky gumbo-y clay. Just kind of stays in the shape of the bucket, so I gotta break it up a little bit because the dang dozer won't bust it up so much. The stuff's so packed, so dense. Well, the sun's going down. I'm gonna call it a day. I was able to get a fair amount of dirt moved down there, and I got a lot stockpiled for in the morning. I'll go down there bright and early and dig some more out, push it down there with the dozer and pack it in. Truck's doing really good, so I'm hauling about a scoop and a half more than Barney. So over the course of 200 loads, that's gonna add up to a lot less loads.